forward, but they always pair it with a raise, right?
Right.
So now it's only going to be him, and is he going to be on an island most of the time? Like, that's something we're going to have to find out, right? Like, how are
Oh my God! Remember the stakes. One of these teams is going home, ending their season for the rest of 2023, and they are both locking Yoru.
This is the match of the century.
Yeah.
So yes, we got a double Yoru map between Sentinels and 100 Thieves. But not only did Tenz play Yoru, he absolutely destroyed on Yoru, so let's find out how he did it. But just before we get into that, let's first talk about the sponsor of today's video, Gosu Academy. Now, those of you familiar with this channel will know about Gosu Academy, of course, because it's the best way of getting better at Valorant pretty quickly. They give you some coaching sessions and VOD review sessions with tier 1 coaches, but I think what matters most is the daily 10-mans, where you get put into a lobby with other people of a similar skill level, but it's much more coordinated than your normal ranked game, it's much more friendly than your normal ranked game, and it's a much better environment for improving as a player. Because in the daily 10-mans, you won't just improve on your aim or utility usage, but of course things like your communication, coming up with round plans. These are the things that you normally wouldn't get to do in most ranked games, but here in the 10-man sessions, you definitely will. And for the first 50 people who use the discount code TMV at checkout, you will get a month of the Gosu Academy for free. So that's access to the coaching and the daily 10-mans as well for absolutely nothing for a month. So if you want a free month of getting better at Valorant, then go ahead and use the link in the description or in the pinned comment and sign up for the Gosu Academy today. So let's start off with round number 3, which is a very important round because Sentinel's second round didn't go great for them. So their economy is actually pretty bad, where they force back into round 3, essentially making this a massive swing round in the game because whoever loses is going to be on a save. Now, what we've got here is we've got Tenz over here out towards Shower, and this is where he spent a lot of this game. And what you're going to see is he's going to send his gate crash across here, across out towards B, and he's actually going to go and play towards Shower. Now, whilst all that's going on, we got a sky flash through the teleporter door here, and this harbor wall coming across this way from 100 Thieves. That's to get Asuna into this teleporter without him actually taking the teleporter. So the flash opens the door, and then he can then sneak into the teleporter himself. But then we've just got Tenz wandering over here, over towards Shower, and you will see that this was what he was commonly doing, and he was consistently doing what he did in this round. This was kind of a nice example of what was to come, because in a second, he's just going to put down his little fake clone down on the floor beneath him here, inside this smoke. Now, there's 2 players here from 100 Thieves, and so he should not be favored in this situation at all, but it's Tenz, and he was trying.
So ready to collapse. Obfuscation in terms of Yuto being used. Close corners cleared though. Decoy sent forward, sent flying. Tenz takes away two of them just like that.
Raw mechanics. Marvin is back up against the door.
Yeah, he does not expect it. It's that prior work that was put in. And there's the timing. There's a strike.
So after getting these first 2 kills, Tenz then TPs across back with the gate crash we saw him use at the very start of the round, and actually comes and gets a heal from the sky over here. And we see 100 Thieves idea with this Yoru paying off as well, and Asuna will do much the same, where he will just TP away as well, get to safety. We end in a 3v4. Now, Sentinels decide to come towards the A site here, and you see the harbor wall comes out from Stella on the backside of A. But now Tenz is going to go into his ult, and what you're going to see is he's going to do the old thing of where he's going to find Stella back here, and basically just say, you know, shoot at me. You can see him on the map, and so Sassy is going to manage to find that kill. We'll then end up in a 4v2. The Seekers will come out, and will reveal where one of the 100 Thieves players are, where Tenz will get another kill, and we just straight away saw the Yoru finding mega value from the very start of this game.
And just trying to make some space, grab some info for the rest of the team, but the only player he'll even be able to spot, I think, is Stella. Oh, just grabs a bit of info there on Asuna too. They're going to realize that the plant is capable.
Looks like he wants to try and go for it, just pinging it out.
Wow.
Just spamming onto the positions wherever he'd...
Yeah.
Using the pings.
I mean, I like that, but I also think Stella needs to be aware that that kind of play can happen.
To Cryo now on the flank, but as the Seeker latches onto him, Tenz is feeling it.
What a major round from Tenz.
Yeah.
Just him alone with a clone, takes shower control.
Single-handedly opens it up.
Yeah, wins 2 duels.
Now let's come to round number 9, which is actually an eco here for 100 Thieves, but you're going to see some of the comfort that you could tell Tenz has with this agent, and also some of the value that they could have with it as well, because without Yoru, this round could have gone a bit different. So they're going to start off with a very passive default, right? This flash comes out here, and 100 Thieves actually have a 4-stack here on B, and they got the Yoru gate crash, just another use of Yoru here, right, for the fast rotations. They got 4 players here. The Yoru gate crash with just Stella alone over here towards A, and because they're against an eco in this one, Sentinels are playing a bit of a passive default, right? You see that Tenz isn't pushing up here. We got, you know, pretty passive across the board here, you know, not pushing too far because they're expecting maybe some aggression will come out, especially with this smoke. But you see Tenz is going to do his little line up here to get the TP back across over towards B. And again, it's all very passive stuff from them, just kind of waiting. And they wait long enough that 100 Thieves now are kind of a bit unsure. You know, the fake Yoru clone comes out here. They don't see anything. They actually try and dog across here, but the Viper Molly comes in and actually stops it as well for 100 Thieves. So well-timed Viper Molly there from Pancada. And you see they start to actually group up B as the rotates have come in from 100 Thieves. So they're coming in towards this B site. Now, what we're going to see from here is they're about to skydog. I don't know what's going on with the icons. Don't know why this keeps happening, but it must be some kind of spectator glitch or something. But the Skydog's going to come up here, force this chamber to TP away, but then you're going to get the double flashes, right? So that's the first part of using the Yoru, because you're going to get a Sky Flash, then you're going to get Tenz with a Yoru flash in here that helps them get this first kill. But then really where the Yoru comes in here is when these rotates start coming in, Bang's actually going to use his Brim ult here to try and stop people coming into the site. And that means that Zekken would be completely alone as he's got past the Brim ult with his blastbacks. But that's where the Yoru comes in, because Tenz can also TP across to Zekken, allowing you to have 2 players here fighting together instead of just the one being completely isolated against an eco, which is very bad. And so that manages to secure them the site and secure this round.
Molly being sent over from Pancada and Short, they cancelled that Trailblazer out.
Derek trying to take another peek at this one now. He's out in the open, needs somebody to try and bail him out. Dodges the flash to the side, Cryo. High ground angle, but can't get it done. Orbital strike, it's late, it's delayed. Kaseka, he's in the action, he's in the fight. And he's in the thick of things still. Brought down, flashed up, Tenz is there. Ready to back him up.
Spike drop.
And these hits, unstoppable. A different Sentinels. One that's able to barrel their way into sites, get huge value from both of the duelists.
And now let's come to round number 12, and we've already seen it once, but you'll see it again here. This is a very chaotic round, but the Yoru ult, especially in pro play, is very, very good when used correctly. And this is a great example of it, because we're going to get a very fast B hit here from Sentinels, and well, 100 Thieves, they kind of have the worst setup possible for this, really, because they've got 2 players out towards long, but no other support on towards the site. But they're basically going to get pinched by these players here. They're going to get trapped in here, essentially, because Tenz is going to use his Yoru ult and basically clear everything out, right? And he's just going to see these 2 players here, and you can see that Asuna actually has this gate crash coming across back towards spawn here. Well, he's just going to have to use that gate crash and just get out, which means that Derek is just a sitting duck for a kill. But whilst that's going on as well, they're also going to pop the Raze ult, right? And so this is where the Yoru ult comes in, because it clears out all of these little angles where, you know, you might use a Raze ult and then die whilst using it. Well, not when you've got this Yoru ult paired with it, because you can clear all of the little, you know, annoying angles that the Raze then doesn't have to check. And that Raze ult is also going to get a kill here on Bang, who's trying to rotate back in onto the site.
Seeing the best brought out of some of these players. Grouped up towards B, last chance for another round into the bell of 100 Thieves here. Sentinels would love a 10-2, and well, it's just carnage on display.
So Sentinels managed to get the first 2 kills, and you think they're in a really good spot, but the ults don't stop just yet, because now we've got a Harbor ult, and we've got a Yoru ult in a second coming from 100 Thieves Asuna as well. But you see the problem with that Yoru ult from Asuna, where he just doesn't have the teammates to play off it, essentially. Yes, it does get a bit chaotic here in on towards the site, as we've got the Harbor ult going off. Sentinels come towards the B site, and, you know, it's a bit chaotic. But you see that Asuna here, yeah, he has the Yoru ult, he's able to spot players, but they can't really get anything from it, because you need kind of that second layer, right? This is why it's a good ult in pro play, because normally there will be that coordination of, you know, what are we doing after that? But the spike is about to go down, but what you're going to see here in just a second is we're now going to get a Brim ult coming out from Sentinels, and Stellar is kind of trapped between a rock and a hard place, where if he drops down, he's probably dead, so he tries to run out this way, but then he dies to the ult instead, and then Sentinels will mop up these final couple kills.
Notifies his team, all grouped up onto the site. How do they want to try and play this? Flash. No follow-up, no push forwards, over the strike. Stella, he's running for his life, but no. Once more, brought down, cooked to a crisp, left up to Asuna, fully blinded. Oh my God, man. It's flawless.
10-2, no chance for the courtesy.
Now let's swap over to the defensive side and start with round number 15. And Sentinels here, well, this is an absolute flash god. The Tenz performance in this round, because again they've got this triple stack out towards B long here, and you see we get quite a bit of aggression from both sides towards B long here, as we got 4 players for 100 Thieves and 3 players for Sentinels. Tenz just has his little gate crash there, and they've actually gone and put this Viper orb here just to make it a bit harder, right? So they do go for the Brim stim, you know, really hoping to get there, but with the Viper mollies and Tenz and the Sky here as well with Sassy, you know, they're there. But then you see this, right? The Tenz, perhaps suspecting that, you know, the timing is somewhat gone maybe for 100 Thieves, what they're going to do is they're going to go for a double flash. Now, why does this make sense, right? Why would you use a Sky Flash and then a Yoru Flash right back to back? Well, the thing is, pro players are pretty good at turning Sky Flashes. You know, there's a lot of Sky in the meta, so they've gotten pretty good at it. So the thing is, you send out a Sky Flash, and if they turn it, well then by the time they've turned back, the Yoru Flash is in their face as well, so they're more or less guaranteed to be flashed. That's the idea behind this, that if you can time it so that they don't quite go off at exactly the same time, but go off one and then the other, then the person is much more likely to be flashed, and you're going to get a free kill like they do here.
That's what I go for. It's a double pop flash play around the corner.
But from there, what we've had is the Skydog come in here, and Pancada ends up in a really bad spot by where he's been hit by this Skydog, and they're chasing him down. And with the Viper wall he's used, there's just a little tiny gap here where they can still be in the hooker window and see him. But Tenz here, the awareness that his teammate is in trouble, is going to instantly sprint there and manage to find this next kill as well.
Jumping into the wall. Lovely flash. Stun connecting here. Coverage once more.
We then enter kind of the next phase of this round, which is 100 Thieves, you know, looking for some kind of opportunity in this 3v5, and that opportunity presents itself in the form of Cryo taking the whole of the A site pretty much. Yes, Marv is here, but he's just playing disciplined, watching out towards Shower, and, you know, they're very, very aware here, Sentinel. This is very good by Zek, and realizing that this is a possibility, right? Just because his teammate is there doesn't mean that someone couldn't have snuck all the way up. So good awareness by Zekin, and he's going to win this fight here as well, you know, not running or anything like that. So we end up in the 2v5. The TP comes across from Tenz, and now you are going to see one of the best Yoru flashes I think I have ever seen, where he's going to come around this corner and just cannon a flash just about off this box. Marv is going to swing with it. I mean, the timing is literally perfect, like pixel frame perfect, and it works out amazingly for Sentinels. They get this kill, 5v1, and they win the round.
Planted. Leaves it up to Derek and Bang. You need a miracle. Look at the coordination. It's all paying off. Whether Tenz is the difference maker or what, if he's taking the fights himself, it doesn't really matter. Setting his team up with flashes.
Now let's go to round number 16, which is a crucial round for 100 Thieves, but Sentinels decide to get very, very aggressive in this one, taking a page out of Paper X's book. But what I want you to watch here is just how quick, how slow everything, how normal everything looks, to all of a sudden chaos, all of a sudden craziness erupts all at just one moment here, because Marv's going to start off with just a smoke here towards Shower, right? Nothing too crazy about that. These two are just going to walk up here, but then in a blink of an eye, it's going to be Skydog, TP, Yoru clone, Yoru flash, out we come, Marv's charging forward, we're going crazy, Tenz has got 2 kills straight away, and it's like, what is going on, right? And that is the thing, that kind of coordination, everyone just on the same page, hitting that go button at the exact same time, and you see that Sentinels, it paid off for them.
All that stands between them and moving forwards. Attempt now towards Showers. Flash. The Showers crunch as well. They're exchanging fire right through the smoke. You see, it's a Trailblazer to set it up. Beautiful again. It's Tenz ripping them to pieces. Attempt to salvage by Bang, catching them unaware, but it's panicky at best.
Now let's finish with round number 20, which is truly a bizarre round, the last round in this game, because it starts with 100 Thieves with the wackiest of wacky ideas, okay? They're going to send a Cascade out this way, and they've put up this Harbor Wall here as well to kind of almost mimic the default Viper setup. They've got our Sky here down B long, who's going to dog and flash, and basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to fake a B hit and then come back towards A. And the way they're going to do that is very interesting. They've got their Yoru gate crash and the Chamber TP in this corner. So they're going to send out the fake Yoru clone. You can just kind of see it there to take the TP. Yoru's going to take the TP. Chamber's going to take the TP. You know, then they're going to, you know, use Sky utility over here towards B. They're going to send in a Yoru flash in towards Hooker as well. But then they're going to both teleport back here and actually come back towards A. It's a very kind of weird idea. We can watch it kind of play out now. So in they go to the TP just there, you can see. And now Aston is going to send out a flash whilst that's going on. We got the Skydog going down B long. And then they teleport back to come back towards A. It's a very interesting, weird idea. But it doesn't fully have the desired effect because Zekken doesn't really move. And, you know, they still got two players over here towards the site. Mars still got this shower control just here. But now you're going to see the delay coming out from Sentinels, right? We get this nade in from Zekken there, right? And they're just going to try and stop the plant. You got these cross-map Viper mollies. You can just see one there on the ground from Pancada. He's throwing that from all the way across here just to delay the spike, right? And it just gives time for Sentinels to actually, you know, bring in these rotates and get across to the other side of the map, right? It's really good delay. Sassy actually takes the TP and uses his Seekers. Now, it's big that he uses his Seekers because otherwise this would be a bit of a risky TP, right? Because Marv hasn't, you know, fully cleared this out or whatever. But the Seekers will tell him, yeah, no one's in this kind of area. Everything's going towards the site, which, you know, tells them that they've got good shower control just here and that they're fine and safe in this area. So what you get is a Brim Molly here at Marv's feet, who also has his ult, who's ready to delay as soon as they tap the spike as well. We kind of end in a bit of a stalemate, but then 100 Thieves, they take the TP again, right, for the second time, and they will do a third time in this round as well. And so this is kind of fake, and like, oh yeah, we're going back to B. The thing is, only two players take the teleporter, and Pancada is still there, and you should always leave a player here. That's very, very important. But also what I think is crucial for this round, because Sentinels don't move, right? They got 4 players here over toward this site, and the reason I think they don't move is because 1, only 2 players took that TP, but 2, they got this Yoru gate crash, right? Which means, well, we've got Pancada here. He's got his wall here if they did come there, right, towards this B site, so he can create a bit of delay. And as soon as, you know, you hear noise or whatever that people are coming towards B, you know, Tenz can then just pop his gate crash, and we've got 2 players there, and it's like, you know, not the end of the world, right? And you hope that those 2 can delay for long enough. So there's no really no need for Sentinels to move, right? So they just keep 4 players on A, and 100 Thieves do start to come back towards this A site. And then you see, as they start to get close again, you know, we start to get this hit in the second time. This harbor wall is going to go up, and now we're about to get kind of the first fights of the round, which Sentinels are able to win.
He hides from behind. He reveals his position by doing that, just to try and cut up the angle. Zekken brings down behind him while he's doing it, and it all crumbles. It's turned just like that. Orbital strike, 30 seconds left. Derek does claim 1, but it's a 2v4.
So it's a 2v4, and the spike is down in a pretty bad spot, but they will be able to just go and retrieve it just here, Derek, as there is a smoke here on the site from Sentinels, and they're going to go and take this TP for a third time, but this is why you leave a player here on B, especially for these kind of scenarios, because Pancada there, he's going to be able to find 1 kill, and then in a 1v3, Sentinels are going to win the game. And their use of Yoru here, I've got to say, I mean, Tenz was frying anyway, but their use of Yoru here, I thought was pretty good overall. And yeah, I'll be interested to see if they bring out this comp again, whether it can work again, or whether it's a one-off thing. We will have to see, but Sentinels move on, and they will play Cloud9 later today.
20 seconds left. It's a pivot once more. And here's the backbreaker, Pancada. Again, lone defender, TP's behind them. No one clearing it. Derek wins the trade out, but he's swarmed. Everyone on his angle. 8 seconds left. It's impossible. It's not probable. And Sentinels are moving forwards.